You worked 6 or more months on your game. Someone downloads it, opens it for the first time, and then they close it right after 8 minutes and never come back. No bad review, no refund, just silence. Does this story sound familiar to you? Well, this happens to most indie games. Not because the game is bad, but because the first session fails the player before the game even gets a chance to prove itself. Today, we are doing a breakdown of exactly why that happens, and I'm going to show you two real onboarding examples, a bad one versus a better one, and give you a first session blueprint with a small set of changes you can actually ship in a week. Stick until the end, because the checklist alone is worth it, and I will show you how to get it for free. Let's go! Here's something nobody tells you when you are deep in development. Players don't give you the benefit of the doubt. They are not thinking something like, "Ooh, this is probably a great game, I just need to push it through." Nah, not at all, man. They are more thinking, "Is this worth my time?" And then they decide that in the very first few minutes. There's actually a concept in UX called time to fun, which is how long it takes from launch to the player feels genuine engagement. On mobile, the industry benchmark is under 60 seconds. But on PC, indie gaming, you have a little more room, but not so much. Think about it as a funnel with a massive leak. Steam data shows that a huge chunk of players who download the game never even reach 10 minutes of playtime. And that's your biggest growth problem. Might not be discoverability, might not be marketing, or even your store page, which we'll be covering in the following videos actually. In this case, it is retention from minute 1 to minute 10. Fix that funnel and every other growth effort you do, ads, Reddit posts, influencer reach, multiplies in value. Because the players you send there actually stick. So that's good and all, but what actually breaks the funnel? Well, there are 3 things almost every single time: UI overload, unclear first goal, and slow first input. We are going to look at every single one of them with real examples. This is what I call the cockpit problem. The developer knows exactly what every button does, because, well, they developed the game. But the player sees this and their brain just taps out. When you put everything on screen at minute 0, you are not giving players information. You are giving them anxiety. Now look at this. Same genre, different game. Nothing on the HUID except one pulsing icon and a simple text prompt. Press E to pick up. That's it. The rest of the UI reveals itself over time when it's actually needed. The difference? Well, it's simple. One game trusts its design to guide the player, and the other trusts the player to figure it out. Spoiler alert, players won't. The fix is simple. Take your current HUID on session start, hide 70% of it, and reveal elements progressively in the first 5 minutes, tied to actual player actions. This isn't dumbing it down, it's respecting the player attention. You might be thinking, my game is open world, freedom is the point. I hear you, but there's a big difference between design freedom and directionless confusion. When a player opens your game for the first time, they need to answer one question within 30 seconds. What am I supposed to do right now? Not what's the lore, not what's the endgame loop, just what do I do right now? This game does something elegant. There's no tutorial pop-up, no wall of text, just environmental storytelling pointing you in one direction. The first action feels obvious, and completing it gives you a small win in under a minute. That small win is doing enormous psychological work. It's the game saying you belong here. The fix? On your game's first scene, ask yourself, if I removed all text and UI, will the player still know where to go? If the answer is no, then you have an environmental design problem, not a tutorial problem. This one is subtle but deadly. Every second between press start and player has control is a second where someone can alt-tab, get distracted, or simply quit. I want you to time your own game right now. Open it fresh and count the seconds until you actually do something. If it's over 60 seconds, you have a problem. Here's a rule I love. Get the controller in their hands before you tell them anything. Let them feel the game first. The lore can wait, the backstory can wait. But that feeling of, oh, this controls nicely, that needs to happen immediately. Some of the best indie onboardings I've seen put you in a small, low-stakes playable moment before the main menu even appears. It's bold, but it works. Okay, let's make this actionable. Here's a simple first session blueprint with 6 checkpoints every indie game should hit in the first 10 minutes. Number 1. Time to first input under 60 seconds. From launch to the player doing something, anything in under 60 seconds. Cut intros, skip logos, make them skippable. One clear visual goal in the first 30 seconds. Not a text prompt, a visual clue. Light, movement, object, character. The eyes lead, the player follows. Number 3. First win before minute 3. Give them a small, satisfying moment early. A sound that feels good, a door that opens, or a combo that clicks. This will reset the "is it worth it" timer. Number 4. Progressive UI reveal. Start with almost nothing, add one UI element at a time, triggered by player action. If they haven't needed it yet, they don't need to see it. Number 5. Emotion before explanation. Before you tell the player what the game is about, make them feel something. Curiosity, tension, delight. Emotion buys you time for the exposition. Number 6. Session exit hook. Before minute 10 ends, plant something unresolved. A question, a door they can't open yet, a character they want to know more about. Give them a reason to come back. These 6 checkpoints aren't a magic formula. But I've seen games grow from 15% session to return rates to over 40% just by working through this list alone, one change at a time. And here's the thing, most of these aren't engine work, they are design decisions. You can ship changes like this in a week. I've put together this entire first session blueprint as a clean, printable checklist of 6 checkpoints with specific questions under each one of them to audit your own game onboarding. You can get it by joining QUDO as a game developer through the link in the description. QUDO is a platform connecting indie games and players. And honestly, the reason I can talk about these patterns is because we see them across a lot of games there. The checklist is free, it's yours to keep. And I invite you to list your own game there while you are at it. Link is in the description. First session blueprint, go get it. If you found this useful, please share with your fellow developer friends. And I want to know, what's the one thing of your onboarding you are least confident about right now? And of course, if you have any additional tips and advices you want to share, please drop it in the comments below. I read every single one of them, and the most common answers might become the next episode. See you in the next Growth Clinic.